Hey guys, welcome back to another Dream Legend video here today on the channel. And today, we are going to be collecting all of the gold gnomes. Last week I did all the backyard missions, so I want some money to get some characters, so we're going to be collecting gnomes. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more PvZ and other content. And since I'm like recording straight from the PlayStation, I don't really have a way to like cut to a different location. Like if I need to go to a PvP map, I can't just instantly be there. So it's perfectly okay if you guys like skip ahead to a certain area, or you can just like keep this in like double speed or something. I will be putting, like if I'm doing the backyard or the PvP maps or turf maps or anything like that, so you guys can just click around there. But in order to get all the gnomes, you have to complete at least the first set of missions, or actually no, you have to complete like almost every mission for Davebot and the scientist, so you can get down to that area and then the little hole down there. So the second gnome we will be looking for is right through this waterfall. You got a mushroom button. Collect that sucker. That's a gnome. I'm actually going to swap to Citron because he's a little bit faster than P. I thought P was fast, but I mean, nothing can beat just doing this. And now 3 through 5 is actually all inside each of their little portals. Roses is yet another button to have this guy just take a bath and then get stuck. And then we have corns, where, I mean, this is probably the most... I never opened this? I guess I completely forgot about this one. Well, either way, the gold gnome is just right down the hallway from the chest. Yeah, I guess I totally forgot, because I got the other two. This gnome is simply just right here. I'm pretty sure you actually cannot grab it if you're inside your ball form. Okay, but now we'll be swapping back to P because we need P Shooter's hyper jump for this one. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to recharge. But basically, this gnome is going to be right up there on the scoreboard. Hopefully I don't screw this up and take even longer to get this than I need to. If you have Super P Jump, or you play Super Brains, you can just get straight here. So let's get it ready. And go. And there you go. You see, you can just hold down circle if you're just jumping midair. You don't actually have to land up there. So that one's pretty simple. And because I'm in the area, the next one is right through this pipe. He's just trapped in jail. And now I'll be switching to the zombies, where I'll playing Super Brains for speed. And the first one's right here in this little casket. Rip my guy, Gold Gnome. And just like before, we are going to be going to these portals to get whichever numbers these are. I already lost track of how many I collected. This Gold Gnome is just standing behind the statue, just kind of, I don't know, admiring him. The second one of these three is right through here. He's just playing Mario Kart. And the third one is through a pirate, where you just kind of sneak into his bedroom as a giant superhero and grab it off his shelf. Don't ask why he has it, that's just how he works. The next one is going to be in the little hole I mentioned in the beginning, which is right through here. And we'll wait for a kick. Just careful. It is a little steep. And now for the last one that we can currently get is going to be in the sewers right down here. Surprisingly, there's none around this area or the opposite side of the map. They're all just like in these like left side of the map. So we're going to come down here and we should see him behind bars like so. And now with that should be all of them in the backyard. And now we're going to make our way to the PvP maps, the Team Vanquish. We're going to start with Zen Peak. Turn plants and zombies off so you don't have anyone shooting you. And if you want to go for speed, low gravity, speed boost. That way you can get to where you need as quick as possible. And we will continue playing Super Brains because he is fast. We want speed. The first one is right off the zombie spawn, or the zombies bridge, I guess you can call it. Hop down the waterfall. And there you go. Can I actually get out? No, alright. Up and away. Maybe I should have grabbed that 1 second, but I was close to that one, so. And then the second one is going to be near the plant spawn. And what you want to do is you want to jump on top of this house and just jump across. And he's hiding behind this bush, this little sneaky bugger. And now we go back to backyard and to the second map. So you can probably get all of this done in like half an hour maybe. Alright, solo again, Boney Island. And then you do have to reapply the speed boost and low gravity. It's not necessary, but if you just want to be fast and efficient, you just do that. Alright, so again, it's just one on each side. From zombie spawn, you just walk down here and just yoink him. And then at the plant spawn, right over here, you will see a button. Use laser, and ta-da. And by doing this, you should get access to all of the gold gnomes. And I also will be opening up the vault if I have time. Because since I'm recording from PlayStation, I can only record up to an hour. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it under an hour at this rate, if we're already doing these maps. Alright, Sandy Sands. I'm already starting flying. So the first gnome is actually inside that pot right there. So you have to break it before getting over there. And then yoink him. And then just like the previous two, the other one's going to be at the plant spawn. So you can also play a plant. You don't have to play Super Brains. But I feel like with the super high jump, it's easy to get to some of the higher ones. We're going to come over here where you see these two little crash boats. Look up all the way up here and press a button for our little friend on the boat. Now you do have to be careful about this one, because if you do have speed boost and accidentally fall in the water, you have to run back here immediately, because this one is a time limited one. So you have to wait for a complete stop before you can grab. So you see here, I grab him, but if I did, like, let's say die or something, I'll just show this one. If there's other ones that are like this, I'll just explain it. He will only be here for a little bit, but then the boat, I think, either sinks or just moves on, or or explodes. I that was not on my list of what was going to happen. Okay, so get over there before he spontaneously combusts, and then you have to replay the map because you've already pressed a button. You can't press it again, and plus he kind of blew up. I don't think you can really do anything about that one. Alright, so now we got the Colizeum. And this one you actually have to be the imp. For one specific reason. So, the first one is that zombies spawn like usual. I'm now actually saying this out loud. I think all of them are both at spawn points. You want to come over here to where the beach is. Hop over this, shoot that. I guess that helps with them. And grab this man. But the other one actually requires you to be like down low to the ground. And if you play as Super Brains or any other tall character, you actually won't be able to reach it because you're too tall. You gotta be either a Citron Ball, I believe, or an Imp, because he's right down here. And see, if you're big, these vines would be blocking you, and then you can't like get close enough to actually grab it. And also, if you are a newer player, this game actually did get like content updates with new maps. There are no gold gnomes on the newer maps. So that would be Aqua Center and Line Flats. Those have 0 gnomes there. And then the one, I gotta go all the way herbal. And there's none of Zomburbia, so you don't have to worry about that. Next up is Lunar Landing. And we'll play Imp again because there's yet another kind of like tricky spot. And it works better if you're closer, in this case just tiny. And it's actually right here. Turn around, you see a drill and a man driving. By being small you can get close, grab that gnome. Next we're going somewhat to plant spawn. I don't know why that fell. So we're going to come up here to all the little trophies and books and stuff, and there is a button. Press button, open door, grab gnome, brain happy, you know? See, I wish I had like editing software so I can like edit at least like this part where it's like downtime basically. Alright, next map will be Time Park, and then we have 2 more after that. I keep clicking team setup because I'm just used to clicking that. Cool, I heard a random explosion. This one's actually not in zombie spawn, it's a little bit after that. Pot, bun, gnome, portal, sewer, gnome, and there you go. You got both in like 7 seconds. So it's simple enough. Watch me like after all this, I forgot like one in the backyard randomly. That would be very depressing. Next up is Zen Peak. And Zen Peak is actually an interesting one. It's at neither spawn, but instead they're both actually on this side of the map. The first one being right through here, where he's trapped in jail. And the second one being right next to it by going off to this big crane you've probably never seen before, because who actually looks out here? There's a button. You press a button, and then Zombus Balloon Delivery Service will bring you your gnome. And just like the other one, this one will probably fly off, or maybe explode. Who knows? This thing could just blow up right in front of my face. And now the final Team Vanquish PvP, whatever you want to call it, map, is Frosty Creek. Where I keep hitting Team Set. How am I keep hitting Team Set? I hit that like 5 times. Might as well just continue with Imp. So there are 2 gnomes here. The first one being right here in his little pickup car. The second one is everyone's favorite, another button. This time it's on the bridge. And just like the Pharaoh, we got ourselves a gnome on a piece of wood. Be careful not to fall in, because then it'll just reset. And there we go. That is all the Team Vanquish maps and gnomes. And now we move on to the turf maps. I mean, the loading isn't too long, but it does like start to add up over time. We'll play Guards Graveyard, so we can just say as Imp. And the first one we're going to do is Seeds of Time. Now this is part where it gets kind of lengthy because I have to capture each capture point. So the first one is just going to be right through here. Inside the gift shop, he is disguised as a gift. And now the part that you guys can probably just skip over is just me standing here, capturing this for a whopping 2 XP, because XP. Alright, Imp, get ready to run for your life. So now we're going to Dino Land, which actually does not have any gnomes at all. One of the only areas that doesn't have anything, so we're going to skip straight to the capture point and capture this one. Once we capture this one, we'll be moving on to Area 3, where we're going to go up the stairs, and he's trying to hide again in literally the exact same spot. He's not being very creative now, is he? Jump right through here. Capture this one. This is a part of just like I have nothing really to say. It's just capturing the point super slowly. We're gonna come through here. Say hi to Mr. Wizard. And then the one gnome here is by this lovely chicken. We're gonna move up, press a button. And by now you know how it works. Something's gonna fly in, such as this magic cloud. Careful not to fall, and then he'll fly away. I mean, I don't like the ones that are just like time limited like that, because if you mess it up, you just have to do this entire thing again and capture all of these things again. It's just like very time consuming. But then the next area has 2 to make up for Dino Land just missing out. I feel like this one actually takes longer than the other ones. Interesting. Next one at Rome, we're going to go all the way to the right and just go down its path. And when you get to here, we're going to turn right and press a button behind the waterfall. This will make the above gift shop make a child. The second one for Rome is actually up there. To do this, you must jump on this flame, which I am clearly doing, and then just double jump. This one can be tricky because you can see I can't fully stand on this platform. So you may have to be a little quick, and that's when zero gravity kind of helps, because that also limits who can even get up there. Like, you can try and like rocket jump with Soldier or Pea Shooter Hyper, but if you mess it up, you gotta wait for a cooldown, and it might even push you off because you can't really fit up there. The last one is actually not for zombies. We have to be a plant. So we'll swap over to Citron, because he's fast. Take the cannon. Go really high, because this is too high. This is low gravity. And we're going to make our way back to where the plants spawn, because for whatever reason, they decided to put a gnome right here who's burning. And that is all those collected. Now thinking about it, I should have probably done the other zombie map first, because now I'm a plant, but it's not that big of a deal. Alright, we're back here. Solo, the Great White North. Still clicking team setup for some reason. And all the small PvP Team Vanquish maps have 2, and all the big ones like this have 6. So if you don't have 6, you missed one somewhere. The first one was see the nice Orca Shamu whale, but there is none in this first area. So we'll go ahead and capture this point. Then once we capture this point, we're going to be going to the right. I'm going to follow these footprints. See these 2 low snowmen, ignore them and their deeds, and kill this one for his gnome. Make our way over here. Go ahead and capture, and we'll proceed to the next area. I guess the only benefit of like doing it like this way is you can physically see me walk over there rather than just teleporting and say around this area. So, you know, pros and cons. The second one is going to be again on the right, following the footsteps. And then we're going to be making our way into this Yeti cave and shoot this wall. Just unload. We don't want any of the money, we just want the gold, man. I mean, who needs money, right? Probably not worth anything anyways, because we only take silver coins, not gold. So once we capture this one, we'll be going to the next area, which has 2 gold gnomes. And I feel like this is another one that's just a little bit lengthy. I wonder if they actually do have some that are easier, like harder to capture. So this one, as you make your way to the capture point, you go underneath the bridge and you see some ice. Break both of them. Or just break this one, apparently. I didn't remember which one that was. To get your gnome. Then here you want to jump to this platform. Careful about the ice and shoot this to get the best gnome in his little ducky tube. But then again, ducky tube, he sinks or blows up. He can just do whatever he wants. So just be careful about that one. And now we're going on to the last area to get the last two. There's none at the end, just like the first one. Both are just found here. Alright, so did you guys check out the Plants vs. Zombies Sweet 16 thing? It seems a bit random, like what most people are saying. It just kind of happened, but it's like 16 specifically, not like 15 or even, I don't think they even had their 10th birthday. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way to the capture point and then turn to the right because there is a button. That one, you see he was trying to ski and he did a cool backflip and he backflipped right up there. So we'll just double jump up here and grab him. The last one for this map is backtracking, and I decided to do this 1 second because this one requires you to fall down. So we're going to go right up here, right next to the plant food box, and look down. And we should see another box of some sorts, and come down here and grab this now. If I grab that one, then I would have to respawn and walk all the way back. It just would have taken a little bit longer. Learn the mistake from Zen Peak. And just like that, we have 2 more areas left, and then we should have all the gnomes. And it's only been like 20 or so minutes. I don't even really know. I don't have a clock on me. So now we're going to Herbal Assault, Moon Base, with the usual. And now this time, I think Citron is the best because he is by far the fastest. But if there's somewhere where we need to get high, we can swap to P. So the first one is actually pretty close to the beginning. You just come out here, walk right next to this like stump, and you should see a button. Somewhere. Up there. Yeah, there it is. And then PvZ Heroes reference is a meteor with your gnome. So it's left of this like kind of like spongy rock is what you want to look for. Yeah, too far. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this bar is going up a lot quicker than the zombies ones. I mean, it actually does fill up slightly faster because you can see me getting XP. You're supposed to get like 2 or 10 XP every capture point, but you can not even get the full 10, you only get 9. I come right here with all the luggage, spray the button. Gnome's been delivered. So we go ahead and take it and make our way to the next point. Pretty simple. The next area will have 1 as well. And then the one after that will have 2. So for area 3, we want to go to the low gravity section and go by this giant hand machine, which you probably also have never seen before. I don't know why they make all these big and interesting things to just put off to the side so no one even comes over here. Grab this man right by the fence. and proceed to next capture while breaking everything, because for some reason going fast just makes everything fall apart. And like I mentioned, this next area will have 2 gnomes we are going to be collecting. So we're getting our lovely orange ready in position. Capture the mines. I yearn for the mines. We're going to come down here and make our way to the center platform. Here, we're going to be looking down for some crystals and simply fall down there. Except for Little Granny does make it a little bouncy. Shoot the button, and unlike most cases, this one actually does something rather than just make a gnome appear. Instead, we look to our left, we got baby gnome. Look to the right, you got daddy gnome. He's a big old guy. And before capturing, we're going to come over here to these little cruncher machines where he is going to be crunched into, just green fire oblivion. I wonder what kind of fire is green besides, like, Maleficent. Which will then bring us to the last capture point with our last gnome. This one I do recommend having these kind of perks on just to make it, it's already going quick enough, but you kind of need the speed in order to even get to this one. So we're going to go zooming. I'm actually going to cancel it so it can be charged for later. We're going to make all the way to the capture point, go around it, and go on this platform on the right. Slowly, because of low gravity. And then we're going to see, he's actually right there. But let's see if we can make it without the speed boost. What you gotta do is just make the jump. Ooh, yeah, okay, you can make it without the speed, but speed's probably more safe. And now the final map, Zomburbia. Just like every other map, there are 6 gold domes here. Yeah, let's not do the team setup. Go search one like always. And the first dome is going to be right over to our right. Right by this lovely autumn tree, just kind of chilling in the leaves. But we gotta take him with us, so hop right through there. And they're kind of like upright. Is this just rendering distance? Weird. Next one is we're going to be going down this main street over to this house with the wrenches. We're going to break this fence as there's a button in between. Also, that's really weird how it's like perfectly cut fence. And inside, we'll just take his prized treasure and leave. And go ahead and capture this point. This next area will have, well, you can have 2, or you can have 1, depending on if you capture the point before grabbing it or not. So this one will just be going to the Zom Park and take left. Right down all of this. We're going to be jumping into this giant cage and pick up this man who is apparently pine syrup. I mean, I'm... Okay. I don't know if I would want any of that pine syrup, honestly. We'll go ahead and capture this point and collect the next two. And this one, which I said that could be possible, is actually just right here. And he is just chilling in the sewers. He is also kind of glowing, so I mean, he's not really hidden very well. The next one is right through the zoo. Or I guess we just came from the zoo. Go through the house on the left. Break that. Fit my fat orange butt in there. And make our way to our next capture point. Which actually is one of the only places that has unique capturing music, if I remember. They have to make music just for that one section. And next we're gonna skip everything, because there is none here. And get our last gnome by capturing this final panic point. Play too much phobies. Capture point. Once we do that, go ahead and go in ball. We're going to be going to the library section. And when you first hop in, there's a button on the bookshelf. And with that, that is all of the gnomes. Alright, now since we're back to slow speed, we will now be going to the sewers. Because I totally forgot there's one more. And he's back there. Now I can't grab it as Citron. So I will just grab it as Imp. I'm back here. Okay, well. And you could say I totally forgot about this one and only remembered on my way back. And for that, I will agree. I felt my heart sink a little bit, just like, wait, why didn't I get the trophy for collecting them all? And it's because I didn't. There's so this one. There, now I got the trophy. That's all the gnomes. So now we're gonna come down here. Walk around the corner. I gotta do a snow globe video too. I just need as much money as we can get. Pop down here. Where we got our good old gnome chamber. Where I need to collect this stuff. I mean, as long as the gems aren't being flung off, I'm okay. So like that one had like 3 fall off. And now since we collected all of the gnomes, we now have this area up. And the chest with 200 stars needed, and it's for something not even that good. Wow. So inside here, you get all your rewards. such as the Thinking of Brains, a classic. Or you might prefer the Golden Bonsai. I probably would prefer that. And your reward for collecting everything is 100,000 coins. Which, I mean, that's a lot, but you need a little bit more. So look back at the door you came in and shoot the button up top. And this reveals a secret passage with yet another snow globe. So you have to do this in order to even get the snow globes. In front of you would be a big door. Now, normally I would say like what the puzzle is and stuff, but you're here just to get your answer. And so you got your right, your left, and your input. We'll be turning the outmost one, pointing to the water can, and then confirm it. This will move to the second one, which is going to be the flamingo. The third one will be the fence. And then confirm it. The final one is the pot. And confirm it. By inputting that combination, if you want to know specifics, you can just look up a different video. I'm just here for, efficientness and speed. You open up the final gnome door, where you see yet another gnome sitting, because you already got enough gnomes just staying there. Inside, there's plenty full of treasure, but we don't want that. And we got this lovely man, which we'll listen to at the end. But before that, we got more gems falling off, and King Gnomus's reign. And this one, we got the King Gnome's guard, which is actually a plant and zombie one, so it's not just the zombie background. The big chest with 250,000, which does mean, yes, you get 500,000 by doing this. Well, technically 600,000 because you got the chest before that. Wait for the music. And the Gnomish Perspective Legendary Hat. And it's a questionable hat at most. Then you have your little dance party and you got music playing. Yeah, this video's already going on long enough. I don't think you guys want to have me sit there for a while. But now we have the Gnomish Perspective. This can be put on any character. Makes your vision blue, which is, it kind of hurts your eyes if you put on like way too long like VR glasses. But it will highlight every single enemy that you can see. So if you have a hard time seeing enemies and you want to put on this goofy hat, then there you go. And then as plants, you just see the zombies just outlined in blue. Preferably, I don't like this because it's make the screen look all weird, so I'll be putting on my normal hat. Alright, and that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more PvZ and other content. And I'll see you all next time.